Hey guys, I'm Francesca Ellana, and you're watching Popfuzion, the talk show. I had a blast today speaking with Porscha Coleman, who portrays Chelsea Dixon in the Netflix series Dad Stop Embarrassing Me. She told me what it was like working with Jamie Foxx on a daily basis and shared some tips on how she keeps her mental health intact every day. So stay tuned because you won't want to miss this. So excited today because we are joined by the gorgeous Porscha Coleman. Porscha, how are you today?
Thank you. I'm well so much. I appreciate that you said the gorgeous. Right back at you, sister. Thank you.
So I have to ask, what are some
Mhm.
takeaways that you learned from the pandemic and just 2020 in general?
Wow, 2020 was like no other. I think everybody learned patience. I think is one thing because I oddly have never been home that long in one time because I'm used to working, I'm used to auditioning, I'm used to doing things. So at first it was like weird. It was like, oh, so there's no work? Oh, okay. So I don't have to go to any auditions, no red carpets? Oh, okay. And you started having to find other things that you enjoyed doing. And for me, it's all about technology. So I literally built my own studio in my house, right back here, my own vocal booth. I have my own equipment and everything. And I think you get so creative during a time like this because you're home. So I learned creativity, I learned patience. I've always been an editor to where I've done my own reels, my own everything. I think I've just become a whole boss in a whole year because I was forced to, but also I loved doing it and it gave me the opportunity to do it without any interruption. So yeah, that's what I learned a lot,
Oh,
I think the
wow.
most.
That
Hmm.
is so beautiful. So you actually have a home studio now, like nice
I
and convenient
do.
for you. Okay.
Without question, because I do voiceover. So a lot of times I'll get a voiceover audition in and I can go right behind there and either record a song or record my voiceover right behind me and not have to, figure out a place to get it done. When before, years ago, it was like, oh crap, I got a voiceover. So let me do it on my phone. And it just wasn't as professional. But now, literally, one of my closets is converted into a studio with the padding,
Yeah.
all the equipment, everything. And I love it. I'm so technologically savvy. I live for that. So it was a perfect time to do just that.
And look at you, the hustle in you. Look, after COVID's done, you can go ahead and book that studio out, girl, make some extra coins.
I absolutely could. But then I'd have to let people all in my house. And I'm like,
Oh,
I don't
that's
know where
true.
you
That's true.
been. I'm like, have you been COVID tested? I don't know about you. So I wouldn't do
Right.
that, honestly. But I would actually get an actual studio space to do that at as well. Because now that I'm addicted, it's like I want to have, other people have the chance to do the same thing. Like if it's a close friend, I'll say like, hey, you can totally use my spot. But as far
Yeah,
as just like Airbnb being the studio,
right.
I don't know. Who are you? No, no, thank you. Too
No,
close to
I
home. My
hear you.
bedroom is like right there next to it. No,
Yeah. You don't need people all in your business. Totally hear that.
Nope, nope, nobody there snooping. I don't know you.
No, I hear
Mm,
you. And I think COVID in general has taught us that. I mean, personally, when it was like the flu and people had colds
uh-huh.
and stuff, we were like not
Yeah.
taking it seriously. Like you were in the same
Hmm.
room, someone was coughing, it's cool. Now it's like you cough, it's
Absolutely.
like, don't be
Ooh,
coughing.
is
Don't you
that not the worst? Somebody, you'll be in line anywhere, right? And you guys are just waiting. All of a sudden, somebody hits you with a. This is exactly my face. I gotta look side to side too, because I'm like,
Yes.
I know I got my mask on. I know you up
Right.
there, but wait a minute. Is that an allergy or is that the COVID? We call it the COVID because on our
So
show,
glad.
Jamie always called it the COVID when
Oh,
he
y'all are
played.
fancy with it.
Oh
The
yes, it was
quad.
the Reverend. Exactly. Reverend Sweet Tea would say the COVID. So now I'm like, oh, was that the COVID? Mm-mm. No, no.
I don't want none of that.
None
That
of
is
that.
hilarious. Well,
Nope.
speaking of Jamie, congratulations on the show. Dad, stop embarrassing me.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
we're excited for you. You are Chelsea Dixon, Aunt Chels. So, can
Yes.
you tell us about our character and if you can relate to her in any way?
Absolutely. So Aunt Chelsea is the fun-loving, hardworking sister of Brian Dixon, aka Jamie Foxx, and the aunt to Sasha Dixon, aka Kyla Drew. And she is a hardworking woman, but when she loves to relax and have a good time, that's exactly what she likes to do. She is in the house, living there with her father and with her brother. And of course, just like you can imagine, stuff happens when you have a bunch of adults in a household together. Sometimes they'll be going at it, other times they'll be having a moment where they want to shed a tear. And then top that off, you have a 16-year-old girl, which is her niece, that moves into the house, and they're all trying to go above and beyond to show her the most amazing time after the passing of her mother. So I absolutely can relate to this character in so many ways because I do have an older brother that's the same age as Jamie, exactly the same age. And my niece, I have four nieces, and her name is Sasha.
Oh my
The 12-year-old name is Sasha. So it's so
Preston.
coincidental, but also such a blessing that I'm playing a character that I can absolutely relate to, being the fun-loving auntie on the TV show. It's easy for me. And I think that's why, Jamie Foxx probably said, you know what, I love you, and this is who is going to be in this role. And it was a dream come true to work alongside him. And of course, David Alan Grier, Jonathan Kite, and all the amazing cast.
Yeah, and working
Yeah.
with all the cast, and especially like Jamie, he's so funny.
Mhm.
Is he like
Oh
cracking
my
jokes all day? What is it like on set with him?
girl, like it's so funny to be around Jamie because I've known him about well over 10 years now at this point. I've been saying 10, but I'm like, it's definitely been longer than that. He is the guy that'll, come on set, and he has this backpack. We all talk about it. It just looks like a regular backpack, but when you look close, there are speakers on this backpack. So when Jamie Foxx is coming down the hallway, it's Jamie because you hear the music come. So all of a sudden he'll be playing a song, and next thing you know, here comes Fox with his backpack, and he'll be dancing, and it's like
Oh
he
my
always sets the
God.
vibe and the mood, always, and that's the best part about it. And then when he's in character, girl, if you guys have watched the 8 episodes of the show, you'll know he plays Reverend Sweet Tea, he plays Uncle Calvin, he plays Rusty the bartender. He is in full character all day long. So I have so many behind the scenes video of us clowning around and with him in all these different costumes because that's just who he is. He's a method actor, and it's a sight to just behold, to watch someone so talented as him on set every day and just be alongside him. It's super dope.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Are you gonna get to be able to play dual characters as well, you think?
Right. You know what? That's what everyone is talking about. And that's what I cannot wait to do and
Cool.
explore. I grew up doing sketch comedy. I was on a Disney show when I was growing up. I did Wild and Out as a stand up comedian, for a couple seasons early on before they were, changing the format and then they moved it out of state. So I'm used to doing that. I've played all types of characters from a Hispanic man to a Dominican woman to characters that you're going to even see that I'm putting out on Instagram because I guess people don't know about it until you actually show them. Girl, these characters are so fun. And even Jamie knows that if we're doing a season two, all of us are going to be playing characters. And that's what's going to be so amazing to watch a sitcom show have the characters actually bring to life other characters that make sense to intertwine with us on the show. So I can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah, that's gonna be so awesome. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's a good like feel good show. Actually, I just got
Mm,
Netflix just so I can binge watch it. So I'm excited
nice.
to watch it
Okay.
personally, and I hope all the viewers who are watching will binge watch it with me.
Yes, I mean, it's one of those that I feel like once you get started, you kind of get locked in. I've heard that from so many different people. Like you watch episode one, you're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Wait, a sex therapist, Lunel? Oh gosh, where's this going? And then episode two, you're at church, you got the reverend being crazy. Then you got this relationship dynamic that may be a thing or not be a thing with Chelsea and Johnny. It's like so much happens. So I think if you watch the whole series, you'll enjoy the fun ride that this family goes on with dealing with this young girl at the household and trying to relate to her in the funniest ways.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I know that, it's a family oriented show, a comedy kind
Yeah.
of show, but do you guys
Mhm.
ever shed light or talk about topics that are going on like police brutality, Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ, that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. If you guys watch the show, I don't want to give it away, but there's an episode in the show where we definitely talk about what's going on right now, the Black Lives Matter movement and police brutality. So one of the episodes we do touch on that because the kids get into a situation and they get involved with the cops. So you have to watch it and take a look just to see how we did tackle a lot of those issues going on, issues of, racism and the issues of interracial dating. You'll see that as well. There's a lot if you just watch the show just to see, how we do it in a funny way, but yet also we have you thinking. People are like, I'm crying. This episode touched me because I can relate to this. And other people are like, yo, I was so angry at this scene when this happened. It takes you on a fun ride. So if you watch all 8, you'll realize that we do touch on a lot to be, a comedy, as a lot of people would just say. Yeah.
Yeah, a comedy, but like with impact.
Absolutely, without question. Yeah.
So
Hmm.
wonderful. So each
Thank you.
episode, we have a pop fusion question of the day. And your
Nice. Okay.
question is
Okay, that's fun. I love questions. That's fun.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. How do
Uh-huh.
you keep your mental health intact on a daily basis?
Ooh, mental health is so, so important. I think the key to taking mental health breaks for me is always a morning shower and a nighttime bath. For me, something about water is so soothing, it's so serene. I am a Cancer, that's my water sign, but then I'm also a Leo by my rising sign, so it's got that fire water energy. For me, it's just taking a moment in the shower, hearing that water and just letting it just run down your body and just ingesting that, because the steam is also so good for your body. People don't realize the steam in a shower clears your sinuses. It really does a lot for the body. So I've always been a proponent of getting in water just to really relax yourself. And then two, you got to detach from social media. So many times we'll wake up and the first thing we want to do is check our Instagram or check our Facebook, and you might see something that might piss off your entire day. You woke up feeling great, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm sad because I saw this on social media and life is horrible all of a sudden. So you have to take time to really take breaks from social media because you're really watching other people's lives play out. So you don't want to get distracted with what's going on in your own life. So you have to take breaks and really engage at certain times, because if not, being consumed all day with everyone else's situations, good or bad, will kind of get you distracted. So take a break from your cell phone for a little bit just to have your own time to reflect on what's going on with you.
Oh, those are some awesome gems. Thank you so much for that. I
Yes.
think our viewers
You're
will find it very
welcome.
useful. And
Thank you.
the shower part is so therapeutic. And now,
Oh,
speaking of like, with COVID, which you guys
but
say,
the COVID, I live
take
for the
your
shower
showers, okay?
and the COVID. Take your showers. You got to get it in. You've been out all day. You had your mask on. People don't realize like wearing a mask all day long is really, it's not great for your body because you're restricting your oxygen. You're not getting the same airflow that we're used to getting on a daily basis if you're out and about having to wear your mask. So be safe, mask up, absolutely, absolutely. But when you go home or when you have a moment, you got to take it off, get some fresh air, take some deep breaths, get a hot shower so you can, cleanse your body of the toxins that you've built up all day having it on. That's so important.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Thank you for that. I'm gonna hashtag that. Be
Yeah.
safe, mask up. Love
Be
that,
safe,
girl.
mask up, shower up. That's my next
Yeah,
thing. Shower up, hygiene, and get that shower on, please.
please.
It's a must. It's a
Love
must.
it.
It's a must. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you joining us today. Can you please let
Thank
us know
you.
where can we follow you and find out all things Porscha
Yeah.
Coleman?
Of course, I always tell people you can legally stalk me at at Porscha Coleman, PORSCHA COLEMAN on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Clubhouse, and even MySpace. But I have not logged in, so I don't know if I'll get your message there. But yeah, definitely reach out, follow me, and we can stay in touch.
Thank you so much. All
You're
right, you
so
guys.
welcome.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Stay tuned.
Bye.